You're good.
Quarter. Stomach. Here. Quarter. Quarter. Twist front. A double. Good man, your stomach looks excellent. Oh, yeah, front lat spread. Pull your chest up a little bit more.
Is that?
Just keep your chest up, arch it from the back a little bit more. Good. Side chest. Back double. Good, lat spread. Don't overpull. Come back just a hair. Come back with your elbows towards me. Right now, open up just a little bit. Right there. There you go. Side tricep. Blow it hard. Blow it out. Blow it out. There you go. Come on. Let's try it. One hand on hip, one hand most muscular out. Like Phil does it. Okay. That just gets you a little bit wider. So maybe you should do both. Or all three. Yeah, I would do all three at some point.
Boom.
Yeah.
Boom.
And then when you hit this one,
Yeah.
just make sure not to do this. Just like hit a front relaxed, and then stay back on your lats. So just don't overly pull. Yeah, you want to stay square. So almost like once you get in it, like push your chest back out. Yeah, just don't resist the urge to like come in. Yeah, stay square up top. There you go, right there. That's all you gotta do. Yeah.
Yeah.
That looks wild.
Right?
That was crazy.
That's just you adjusting yourself.
Huh?
Just you adjusting yourself.
So basically when
Look
you
at the first one.
keep going, really right. Yeah.
I get it.
Yeah.
Now the other one, you're more squared off on top of your shoulders and more back, your chest is more out. Like, absolutely.
Yeah.
Way better.
You're good. We gotta get your legs a little drier for sure, but other than that.
They just beat.
Yeah.
They literally beat.
Yeah.
What's the game plan?
Let's do we'll do 30 minutes of cardio and then we'll go from there.
30. Stairs, bike.
I'm honestly fine with you being on the bike.
Huh?
I'm honestly fine with you being on the bike.
Okay.
If that's easy, whatever keeps your legs the freshest.
You have two measures bikes, so they're perfect.
Okay.
At the gym.
At the gym, okay, yeah, we'll go over there.
Cool.
You're good though, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're good. Just keep doing that thing.
I have no idea. I haven't seen myself in like forever. I have no idea what it looks like. I think once you pull the water and dry out a little bit, stuff will become more crispy.
Yeah, for sure.
Like I said, like I never eat that late ever.
Yeah.
Like I usually go to eat my last meal by 10. I'm in bed by, even if I'm in bed by 12, I don't eat after like 10:30 ever. So that eating last night just sat there. I was starving and I wanted to eat that meal in.
Yeah.
But for sure if I didn't eat that meal, I'd probably be 2 hours later. Plus I threw the bathroom. I haven't went to the bathroom in like 2 days, like a day, so I was like sitting there.
You didn't go yesterday?
Barely. Usually I go like pretty good, like
Okay.
after the first meal, but for some reason I just couldn't go. I haven't gone.
Okay.
I don't know what it is.
Could have just been a lack of sleep and travel.
Okay. Just tired.
Yeah.
Process. So, checked in with the boss man, Matt himself, and things are looking good. We can always be better. We will be better. We still got 4 days to be better. So right now, we'll just continue with the process. Go do my fasted cardio like I've always been doing all year long. Come back, check my weight. He might look at me again, and then from there, we'll make the the game plan as far as what meals I'm eating throughout the day. This week, I mean, typically I have a set meal plan, but obviously this is the final week, and my body can change in a matter of an hour. So we're literally gonna play everything meal by meal by meal. Have a meal, check my weight, see how I look, and we'll map up the next meal from there. So, but for now, we're headed to the gym, Iron Religion, get this cardio, a little bit of abs in, and then just get the day started. 4 days. Let's go.
All right, so it's Monday morning. This is gonna be basically my thought process into what we're doing with Shaun. One of the things that I really think is important to say from the beginning is Shaun and I have peaked for a lot of shows. So what I always do is I go back and I just kind of look at what worked. Every show I make notes of him, what worked well, what I think we could have improved upon, what I'm very happy with, and then some of you guys might have heard this story, some of you guys might not. Last year, when I showed up and I saw Shaun on Monday morning, I felt like we had some ground to cover that week, which we did. But this week, he's in a much better spot on Monday than what he was last Monday, so I'm very happy about that. I think a lot of this, and what makes me so excited about Shaun this weekend, is it just comes down to simple math, you know, and what we can quantify, and what he's been able to do this year. I can bank on the fact that no other 212 guy has been able to do because of the weight class. So we're looking at somebody who was third last year. He's put on 12 pounds of muscle. So it's just easy to quantify, you know, and I'm very, very confident with what we're doing. So this week, basically what we're gonna do is just a similar peak to last week, what we did last year. But basically my goal here, my objective is just to walk him through the process. It was kind of a tough thing for me, but Shaun's my only athlete this year. So in a way, you know, because of COVID and all that, I was a little hard on myself that I was only bringing Shaun to the show. But on the other hand of the spectrum, this is a great opportunity for me to really just hone in, spend time, you know, just grow relationally with Shaun, and I'm really looking forward to that this week. So we're basically just gonna walk you guys through this whole entire process, explain everything, why we're doing what we're doing. So today he's doing cardio. My only concern with Shaun right now is his legs look a little inflamed. He did train legs last night. So from a cardio standpoint this morning, we changed it from stairs to bike just to basically facilitate the recovery process a little bit more. And then I'm just gonna monitor his legs very closely, because for me as a coach, this whole week is about bringing his best look come Friday, okay? It's not about burying him. It's not about a mental toughness test. So I have to make sure that everything that we're doing, we're ensuring that he's getting better. So from an inflammation standpoint, I have to allow enough time of reducing cardio, rest, and then just allow that inflammation to clear. So my biggest objectives with him today are to kind of see how he responds to the plan as I'm here in person, and then also just make sure that we're marking, you know, steps forward in terms of getting inflammation to clear. So outside of his cardio today, he's gonna be training chest and shoulders later. I just want him to rest a lot, get his legs up, rest, sleep. 2 nights ago, he didn't sleep basically all night long due to travel. So we need to get that sleep cycle back going on and just make sure he's rested. So we're gonna walk you guys through this whole process. Hope you enjoy this. I always want to try to bring content that when I was coming up myself and I was so hungry for information as a younger fan of bodybuilding, this is what we want to bring to you guys now. All right, so if you enjoy it, we'll be back with more soon.
Oh, shit. Another good session in the book, cardio. Biggest thing for us is conditioning, man. I'm not the biggest guy on stage, but I always say I try to be the most complete guy. When I say complete, I mean literally proportions, symmetry, mass, most importantly my conditioning. And that's what's carried me over in many of my shows, if not all my shows. Again, I competed last year 169 pounds. I gave up 40 pounds to my competition. Was I the biggest guy? Absolutely not. When I beat everyone on was one thing that a lot of these guys are lacking, conditioning and detail, and that's my training, my mark. That's what, again, what carries me over, what puts me in that bracket. So, God willing, this year with the new size we put on, we're still fine-tuning. We still got 4 days to get better, but the conditioning will be there, the detail will be there, the new size will show, and come Friday, we're gonna put on a show and shock the world. So just getting my daily morning shake together, which is pretty much consisting of greens, glutamine, NAC, vitamin C. That's pretty much it for the morning. 10 mixes after my cardio session, fasted, I go shower, and then I have my first meal. You just working 2 seconds ago, don't fuck with me now. There we go. $183, 1.8. Okay, so I'll say probably 183.
Yeah.
All right, guys, so time for meal one. First meal, coach has me doing is going to be 170 grams of lean ground beef along with 110 grams of white rice. So as you see, I pretty much have everything pretty much prepared. Everything's ready to go. All I gotta do is grab and go, heat it up, and I'm all set. Don't mind any of this stuff here.
The raviolis for meal 2.
Yeah. Don't tell me that, bro. Scale. Need one of the most important things to have ever. Scale. People like to eyeball their stuff. You run the risk by doing that. So 270 grams of, no? Alright, almost there. 160. Right. That's an mistake. Damn it. Literally that minute detail has to be precise. Plain rice, nothing in it, no seasoning, no salt, no nothing. That is one. It. So like I said, we'll have this first meal. I'll sit down, eat it, enjoy it. After that, just relax, keep my feet up, and wait for meal number 2.
In your room. Hi, buddy. Hi, Walker.
Just got that. About to get you again.
All right, so got everything I need. Got my water. Got the meal,
What is it?
tackle box of sups.
Oh,
and,
the Thomas. Yes.
All
Yes.
set.
Sorry. You want me to shut up for a second? You want me to redo that? You good?
Do you crank into the train?
Yeah. Yeah, this is the house. Why does it have a what? Oh, well, the show isn't in the house, buddy. We're here for a show. But it's
I wish it was.
somewhere else.
Why is the show in the house?
It's actually at the same place as the last show that I went to. Yeah.
What'd you put on
When
that?
I went a few weeks ago,
that?
right
What you put on that, hot
before
sauce or-
he and mommy drove down.
So we got a little bit of no sugar ketchup. That's pretty much it. The beef, I season it with a little bit of garlic powder and a little bit of turmeric and onion powder. Aside from that, nothing else.
Realistically, this past off season, that was the most you've ever eaten, for sure. Yeah, so something for you guys that are watching, that's something that I'm really proud of that Shaun and I were able to accomplish this year is I felt like I had a focus this year, and maybe it was maybe I missed the mark a little bit in the past, but I feel like we ever really built up his ability to eat into a show until this year. So one of my focal points for this year was to make sure that we really got his food up in the off season, and then we tried to keep his food as high as possible throughout the prep in a methodical way. So with that being said, he was having like cheat meals and cheat days all throughout this prep up until what? 4 weeks out? 3 weeks out? Yeah, so pretty consistently, which was different than any other prep that we did in the sense that essentially every other prep I felt like I just dieted him straight into the show. Rather than trying to basically keep metabolic function as high as possible. So a few weeks ago, maybe like 10 days ago, I checked on him one day and Shaun said, yeah, I'm doing good. I'm just keeping myself occupied on my off-season diet. He said, you want to see it? Cue.
Yeah, so how I keep myself busy during prep is looking at, I call it food porn. So all like the junk food people make, the candies, cakes. And I'll also start working on my off-season plan. Because I'm one of those guys that once I come off a show, I may take about 3 or 4 days off, and I'm right back to work. So this is what I came up with. In the past, I think we've usually eaten maybe 6, maybe 7 meals a day, usually my off season. The plan I put together for this coming off season is actually going to be consisting of 10 meals. So I'll give you what my training day meal plan is, what I came up with. So my first meal is going to be ground beef, 250 grams of white rice, 150 grams of hash browns, 3 whole eggs, a bagel and or toast and or pancakes. Meal 2 is going to be 2 salmon cakes, 250 grams of white rice, and 50 grams of avocado. Okay. Meal 3, this is the best part. Everything from McDonald's. So we're going with 2 cheeseburgers, a large fry, order of hot cakes, 1 strawberry and cream pie, 1 mixed cinnamon roll, and a Coke Zero. Gotta keep it clean with Coke Zero. That is meal 3. So my pre-training meal is gonna be meal 4, 60 grams of whey, 100 grams of oats, 20 grams of peanut butter, and a muffin. Right before I go into training, obviously I do my AAKG, I do my amino acids, my creatine, along with that, 2 Rice Krispie treats. During my training, I'm going to do 25 grams of EAA, BCAA. I'm probably going to do a Gatorade with that, and or 50 grams of highly branched cyclodextrin, which is carb source powder, and 10 grams of creatine. As soon as I'm leaving the gym, I'm doing 60 grams of whey, 10 grams of creatine, 10 grams of glutamine, another 75 grams of HBCD, 20 grams of fat coming from either peanut butter or MCT powder, and 250 grams of cereal, which I'm going to add milk to that as well. Right after that, about 45 minutes later, I'm going to have my post meal, which is going to be bison, 3 whole eggs, 200 grams of white rice, and 150 grams of hash browns. If I don't do the rice, I'm going to do pasta, which is something I've done in the past and worked very well for me. So I'll have that as my post-training meal. After that, I always do like a little bedtime snack before I go to bed. My bedtime snack consists of a mass gainer shake, which is over 1,000 calories, along with peanut butter, either coming from a sandwich or straight peanut butter as far as itself, and a snack. Now, my snack of choice is always going to be ice cream. I don't measure it. I just kind of just go until I can't go anymore. That, along with a few cookies, maybe Oreos, something like that. And that'll be it for the night. And then if I wake up in the middle of the night, which I plan to, I say 2, 3 in the morning, mid-sleep, I'll do 50 grams of iso whey protein, along with another 20 grams of peanut butter. So that's 10 meals. I sent it to Matt. Honestly, I thought he was gonna ream me a new asshole and just kind of say you're fucking crazy. But he said that if we really put this plan into action, it could work. And he can tell you more about kind of why.
Yeah, so the thing that we need to be cautious of, and especially with Shaun because he's smaller, is I don't want to basically go running out of the gates with this plan and then in 3 weeks Shaun tells me, Matt, I can't eat. Okay, because then we would be in a problem. And that's typically when I see guys, especially guys that, you know, just genetically are smaller individuals, they hit this wall with food and then that's when the progress stops. So to some extent, we need to be able to keep hunger intact or else he's gonna start regressing. So initially what I said is maybe we start out with this plan like we do like a normal traditional diet where it's more just beef, rice, healthy fat sources, like 4 days a week, and then we do this high day plan 3 days a week, and then we see from there how he goes. Because essentially we wanna push the threshold, but if we get to the, bodybuilding to me is all about creating a plan where you can continue to eat. If you're not able to eat, whether that's with the anabolics you're taking, whether that's with poor digestion, whether that's with basically not assimilating food properly, you're not gonna progress. So we need to push the threshold in a way that allows him to be able to continue to eat until he starts his next diet, whenever the Olympia is next year. So that's what the goal is. So that's kind of like my voice of reason. Like I encourage this because in order to get to somewhere you've never been, you gotta do something you've never done. And I like where his head's at with that, but we just have to approach it in a way where we're listening to his biofeedback because he will be hungry, regardless of what he does, he's gonna be hungry the next month. But we have to keep that hunger intact as best as we can, as long as we can. Now, I'm not worried about Shaun getting overly fat, but if he's not able to continue to eat, then his progress in the gym is gonna slow. The other thing I wanna say too is we have to be mindful to not get so much food in his stomach during training that it pulls back from his ability to perform in the gym. So that's the other variable that we're gonna have to assess in that. The ice cream and cookies, I think that might be a little pie in the sky at the moment. Maybe once a week, not every night. But yeah, so that's kind of our objective and goal starting out right now.
I make my best goals with ice cream, bro. But again, even if we're cutting down the calories as far as the junk food goes, again, going from my normal 6 meals a day to 10 meals a day, even if they're clean meals, we're definitely going to progress like we did this past year. Like Matt said, if you want to get to where you've never been, you got to do something you've never done before. So our goal will obviously always get bigger, better, and improve. And I believe that adding in a little bit more food will definitely allow me to push more in the gym, which will equate to more muscle growth and improvements.